All right, working on the Pioneer Super 620 tonight. Just bought it the other day. Looked like a pretty cool saw, so I picked it up. Brought it home, cleaned it up a little bit, and checked it out. So I did basic stuff to it, right? Like check for spark. It had spark, which was cool. Pulled the muffler off. At the piston cylinder. They look really good, nice and clean, no scoring or anything. Nothing funky looking there. And then ran a compression test. It came out at 150 psi, which is really good. So I dumped some fuel into the cylinder through the spark plug hole, put it back together and pulled it over, and it fired up after a few pulls and ran for a little bit. So I know it'll run, which is good. So I thought, okay, cool, I can move on then. So next step would be to take the carb off, which is what I did. And I pulled the sediment bowl assembly out and the fuel lines and all that stuff. And the tank was just really nasty inside there. It had some old fuel. I dumped that out, and then it just had all this crud. I don't know what the heck that stuff was, but it was nasty. So I filled up the whole tank with this Berryman Chem Dip. The stuff works pretty good, break things up. So I'm gonna let that sit in there overnight. I'll dump it out in the morning. Hopefully it'll clean it up a little bit better, and then I can get that squared away. Sediment bowl is good. I got to clean this up still. I'm gonna run new fuel lines. These look like they're all right, but I'm gonna run new stuff anyway. I like using that yellow Tygon stuff better myself. Then I can see if stuff's flowing and whatever. It's supposed to have a little felt thing, a little felt filter there. I don't know where that went. Long gone, I guess. The bowl's in good shape. No cracks or anything. It's got a gasket on it. Might be able to use that. We'll see. If not, I can make one. Here's the carburetor. This is a Tillotson. It's a HL129A. Looks like it's all there. Got your low speed screw here. Low speed's always closer to the engine because that's going to draw fuel first. And then normally your high speed would be in that where that hole is at right here, but it's actually over here, so it's easier to tune it. That's how these guys are set up. So I'll order a kit for that. You can get new kits for these all over the place on eBay or whatever. So they're like maybe 25 or 30 bucks, I think. Comes with all the gaskets and stuff, intake gaskets and stuff too. So I'll do that. Well, I was taking cleaning the tank out, get ready to dump stuff in there. I pulled all this crap out. So this fuel filter had come off the line. It was just laying there. So that was doing real good, right? This is the little tiny line between the sediment bowl and the carb. And then all this junk here was just laying down in the tank. This is like the original. This is the original thing that goes on the original cap, which this is not the original cap. This is like a 650 cap or 700 or something, 750. I don't know. And I think this is part of the original cap, and then I don't know what the heck that is. Maybe that was part of it too. Looks like that's a little vent, see? So, I don't know, maybe I can get a new cap and rebuild it with some of these parts, I don't know. But, yeah, that stuff was just laying there. That's who knows how long. So that's not good. But I'll clean it all out, and should be good to go. So we'll rebuild the carb. We'll clean this tank out, get that all spick and span. We'll run some new fuel lines, get a nice new fuel filter that actually sticks onto the line, route that properly, and then we'll clean up a little bit while we got this off. I cleaned up a little bit around here. You can see most of the paint's gone from probably fuel spillage over the years. But I'll clean up some more maybe tomorrow. But yeah, so that's kind of it right now. I'm going to do that. And then I kind of run low on this Evapo-Rust. I put the big 36-inch bar in this little tray here. I had a drip pan, filled it up with Evapo-Rust. I need to get a new can of Evapo-Rust because I don't have much there. But try to kind of angle it so it'll soak that bar. I wiped it down with some steel wool and WD-40, got most of the rough stuff off, so I'm letting it soak to see if I can get any more of that crap off. Just make the bar a little cleaner, you know. So I'll get that cleaned up real good. I got to do this one still too, another 24-inch. So I cleaned up the muffler a little bit. This was kind of really nasty looking. I used some Neverdull on it. It's still not perfect. You can see there's still some discoloration, but whatever. I'll work on it a little bit more. It's going to probably be it. It is what it is, right? I got to clean that guy up still, clutch cover. Clean up the hood a little bit, but yeah, so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Just going through the fuel system. So I'll order a carb kit, get some fuel lines from the hardware store and a fuel filter, let this stuff clean the tank out, get that clean. when the kit comes in, I'll rebuild the carb, throw it on there, and put some fresh fuel in it, and we'll see if it runs good. And if it doesn't, then maybe I should do a pressure test and a vacuum test, and hopefully those crank seals are still okay. Otherwise, I'll have to do that then too. But it's a good saw. I think it'll run, just needs a little bit more work here, and then it'll be a good functional saw. So, all right, that's it for now. See ya.